Gordon, James, and Henry were feeling miserable. They had been shut up since the last redub, and they longed to be let out again. At last, Sir Topham had arrived. "I hope you are sorry," he said, "and understand that every job on the railway is important, and that you are not so important after all. We have a new tank engine called Percy who helps to pull coaches, and Thomas and Edward have worked the main line very nicely, but I will let you out again if you promise to work hard and behave." "Yes, sir," said Gordon. "We will," said James. "That's right, but please remember that this no shunting nonsense must stop." He then told Percy, Edward, and Thomas that they could go and play on the branch line for a few days. And they ran off to find Annie and Clarabelle at Knapford Station. The two coaches were very pleased to see Thomas again. Edward and Percy played with freight cars. "Stop! Stop! Stop!" shrieked the cars as they were pushed into their proper sidings. But the two engines laughed and went on shunting until the cars were tidily arranged. Next, Edward took some empty freight cars to the quarry, and Percy was left alone. But he didn't mind that a bit. He liked watching trains and being cheeky to the other engines. "Hurry, hurry, hurry!" he would call, and they got very cross. After a great deal of shunting, Percy was waiting for the signalman to set the switch so that he could get back to the yard, but he was being rather careless and not paying attention. Edward had warned Percy, "Be careful on the main line, whistle to the signalman that you are there." But Percy didn't remember to whistle, so the busy signalman forgot him. Percy waited and waited. The switch was still against him, so he couldn't move. And then he looked along the main line. "Beep!" he whistled in horror, for rushing straight toward him was Gordon with the express. "Oh!" groaned Gordon. "Get out of my way!" Percy opened his eyes. Gordon had stopped with his buffers just a few inches from Percy's. But Percy had begun to move. "I won't stay here! I'll run away!" he said. And that's just what he did. He went straight through Edward's station and was so frightened that he ran right up Gordon's hill without stopping. After that, he was tired, but he just couldn't stop. He had no gyro to shut off the steam or put on the brakes. "I want to stop! I want to stop!" he puffed. The man in the signal box saw that Percy was in trouble, so he kindly set the switch. Poor Percy puffed wearily onto a nice empty siding, ending in a big bank of earth. He was too tired now to care where he went. "I want to stop! I want to stop! I want to stop! Oh, I have stopped!" he puffed thankfully. "Never mind, Percy," said the workman as they dug him out. "You shall have a nice drink and some coal, and then you'll feel better." Presently, Gordon arrived. "Well done, Percy. You started so quickly that you stopped a nasty accident." "I'm sorry I was cheeky," said Percy. "You were clever to stop." Then Gordon helped pull Percy out from the bank. Percy is still cheeky because he's that sort of engine, and Gordon and he are now great friends, but now Percy is most careful when he goes out on the main line.